I got the sticks here in my hand. Dev Nation Live Radio about to go down. You got Dr. Ice Punch here in the booth along with Tommy Wild as well. It's about 11 o'clock, 11:15 here. EST. Season 35. We're in the conference title games here. We're deep into the playoffs. Only 4 teams left, or actually now 3. Chiefs, Dolphins, Panthers, Cowboys. Cowboys and Panthers went on last night. We got no shortage of shit to cover for sure. We got all the previous rounds in the playoffs. We got wherever we want to go, Tommy. We got tiers. We got more rules. We got this. We got that. You listen. You let me know what's good.
Might as well hit on tiers.
Might as well. I think we should wait on tiers though. Like, wait till people get probably in here. You know, I mean, unless that's what's going to bring people in here. Usually it takes a minute for this to get going. It takes people a second to join. Max said that he was gonna join, but I don't know. He's been kind of flaky on me. I've seen a few people on Discord. We'll see what goes on. Kind of weird having a playoffs without Tampa Bay. That's kind of a little bit weird.
That was very weird.
Weird having Al on the sideline. That just doesn't seem quite normal.
It's his own fault.
Yeah, just kind of lost some weird games this year.
I don't think anybody had a worse season if you consider the year before. Like, what did he lose in extra 6 games? I don't think anybody went 6 games worse than they did the previous season. So he had the biggest. It's kind of hard to lose more than.
Well, we got Jake here. We have the Dolphins, Chiefs, Dolphins. I got a big preview in the dip. I picked the Cowboys and I picked the Dolphins to win. We can go through my previews. I can give you a pretty good rundown of what I like, why I think those teams are going to win, and I can give you a little flip side of how I could give you the flip side of how Carolina could have won last night, how the Chiefs can win.
Carolina really didn't stand a chance last night. They were dominated completely.
Total domination last night. It's a close score, but again, the fumble 6 there.
The fumble 6 kept it close. I mean, otherwise, that game could have been right there, 17-3.
Before this game, again, I don't know if you want to start with just the game last night, we can do this. We can go backwards in the playoffs, or we can just.
Trevor just seems to can't get by like you know how Jordan had the Pistons. Trevor has Max, can't get past him. Hasn't been able to beat him. I think this is at least the third time he's been bounced out by Max. No, at least the second or third time to go to the Super Bowl.
Are you talking this cycle? Or are you talking like, because the last cycle same way was with Max and Al, so it's kind of who we got.
You probably should go back to the playoff.
Oh, we got Max. So Max is in. We got people flowing in. We want to rewind. I say I'll give my take on the conference title games. I have big write-ups on those.
Well, why don't we start from the beginning of the playoffs?
Beginning of the playoffs. All right. So we're gonna run
work the way up to what's going on.
Yeah,
Let's start with Tommy's loss to the Panthers.
I played a little conservative. I mean, if you want me to go first, I think I played really conservative. I tried to really run the ball.
You played real conservative kicking that field goal you were supposed to kick.
Well, I thought, you know what it was? So the reasoning behind me not kicking the field goal, I believe it was late in the third quarter. And I really haven't had moved the ball on Trevor the entire game except for that first drive.
It was in the beginning of the fourth quarter, Tom. And you know what bothered me the most? You ran a goal line on 3rd and 1, which was a great play call. But then you hurry up on 4th and 3, and you still ran your dumbass goal line, and you ran a play action, which turned into an insta-sack.
You know why I ran that play action? Because I thought he would be like, all right, well, he's definitely going to run the ball. Nobody runs play action at a goal line.
But nobody also runs goal line on 4th and 3 in field goal range.
So my thought process behind it is like, hey, maybe he'll just sell out for the run, and I could just have Waller, who's got like 87 speed, you know.
Tom, all you had to do is kick a field goal, man, and you got a 14-13 or 14-10 game, and you're right back in it. The next thing you know, You don't kick the field goal, and then Trevor within 4 plays, touchdown, game over.
Yeah, I shattered my controller on that run. Once he broke free and went up the middle, I just spiked it and started fighting with my girl immediately.
What'd you do? You showered the brand new one you just got?
Nah, I bought 2 used ones. And,
he didn't say he shattered. He said he said he spiked it. He gave it the old.
Soon as that, because once he made that run up the middle and make it 21-7, I was like, it's game. But I went for it because I didn't think I was going to get back down there, so I wanted to get a touchdown. But that really all come back to that stupid play before half where I ran cover 4 with cover 8, and I was like, I never run that. Like, hey, my thought process was like, hey, I think he's going to try and get field goal position, just to try and get a field goal. So let me cover the outs on that curl flat, and boom, he beats me over the top, and I knew it right there. That was really the game because if that type play doesn't happen, I'm taking that 3.
But Tom, you gotta know that Trevor's gonna be looking for that deep ball.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't think. I know it was always called a cover 3 beater, and I had Ellington and free safety on that side with one Ellington's 98 speed and my free safety's 93 speed. So I thought at the very least
you have the speed
over the top.
You have the speed in your secondary to recover.
I didn't think he'd be able to get over the top, and once I saw it and he reaches out with one hand, I said, "Oh God, it was such a backbreaker."
He got the one hand rack animation.
Yeah,
those are the worst. Dude,
and it's just like
those are killer.
If we're gonna go into the technical nature though of calling that, I mean, Tom, did you call cover 4 quarters D on that play?
It was the quarters defense with cover the 4 secondary dropping back, and then the 2 curl flats and 2 hook zones. And then I
don't know how many people are on right now. I don't know how many people are watching the stream, and I don't know if we have time to go into this. But I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand what happens when you call cover 4 quarters with your secondary. They don't drop into a deep blue zone. They match up on certain routes, and they will double people.
Yeah, they'll get sucked into the deep end, and then the post coming to the backside is wide open.
Yes.
So listen. When you are in the lab,
even if you do you hit your secondary adjustments and you go over the top, don't matter, because if he runs the deep end on the left side and he's got the post coming from the right to the left, that post is going to be wide open.
So when a guy basically runs a play like that 7-8 times a game, why would you call quarters D? Why would you?
Because I didn't think he was going to actually go for it. I thought he was going to.
That's what he. The formation comes out. You see it. It's like he does it every time before. You saw him beat Boogie like that at the exact same play. You did the same thing.
I thought he would just try and take his 3 and go up 3.
But when you see him come out in that formation, how do you not audible out of cover 4 quarters defense? How do you not do that?
To be honest, I didn't think he could beat me in quarters 4 deep.
That's
cover 3. Hey,
no, but it's not. That's what I thought. But those plays are not cover 3 beaters anymore. They do beat cover 3 match, but they also smash quarters D like that. That's what they're designed to do.
And it'll destroy a cover 2 also.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean that play. I mean that's just basically that's almost basically a money play.
Well, no. The thing is, if you just call cover 4 drop or cover 3 sky, you can't. You don't give up anything.
You get your good coverage with those. But you got to call those plays. You really can't call.
So Tom, what were you? Again, we saw him do it to Boogie. Why did you do that?
Tell me what I was thinking. I thought he was going to go for the 3, so I just tried to. I don't think he had any timeout, so I wanted to stop him from getting the sideline. It was just, it was a bad play, and that ended up being the game because. Think about it, then I wouldn't have went for it. I would have taken the 3 to go up 10-7, and then it's a different game come that 4th quarter. But
as soon as you see Martin lined up on the sideline like that, I'm like, I have mind blown at what you would call that play. Mind blown.
Yeah, that play beat me. That was the play that beat me. I mean, yeah, he got the rush after I went for it in 4 plays and made it 21-7 and the final 24-7. But that play before half was the turning point. But then I'm taking 3 to go up. Then I'm taking 3 to go up 10-7 early in the 4th. And then who knows what happens from there,
I'm like I say, man. I don't know if we have time to do it, and I'll get on and show some people like what is up with quarter. I don't think a lot of people understand, and I'll maybe help some of the lower guys in the league. Maybe it won't be this week, next weekend. We got a lot of ground to cover here for the playoffs, but I'll show everybody what goes on that play and how to fuck people up doing that. But man, that's a giant fucking whiff there.
Yeah.
It should have been a good game, man. You fucked up.
And then hindsight, no, I definitely should have taken 3. I don't regret not taking the 3. I think I regret my play call. But you know, it is what it is.
You only had the one.
I mean, if you were even, you know what, Tom? Even in the fourth quarter, you didn't kick the field goal. You were gonna go for it. I don't even mind you going for it on 4th and 3.
Just how you went for
the
it.
way it was, but call timeout and run a different fucking formation and different play. Like, why are you doing your goal line? Like,
I was anxious, and just.
Were you anxious, or is that just tier 2 football in this league?
It's tier 2
football. A little bit of both, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. Mind you, I am the only person to beat our only Super Bowl winners in this cycle. The only person.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Hey, it means something.
Does it? Because Boogie beat me, Sads beat me.
Yo, Max lost to everybody in the NFC North beside the Bears. It's over.
That's what I'm saying. I lost the entire division, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I will tell you this though, Tom. The last time you beat me, before this season, the last time you beat me, I went off and won a fucking Super Bowl against Jake. So
I
hope. Yeah, you swept me that year. Yeah, you swept me that fucking year.
I think I missed the playoffs at 10-6.
I hope that
I came in last.
Results.
Yeah,
me and you, Tommy, both.
The AFC East at 10-6.
I either was 11-5 or 10-6 with you, and we both missed.
Yeah, you might have been 11-5.
I think I was 11-5 because I beat you.
Dude, I don't get a Super Bowl. You don't lose to Levi, Marty.
Oh. That was a tough fucking fourth quarter there. That's fucking.
You know what it goes back to too is if I had beaten Chesky and not let that game come back to haunt me, I would have faced Moran in the first round, and who knows what happens in the playoffs? Because then I don't match up with Trevor.
Oh my God, you would. You're right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Blackout gate. You would have ended up playing Moran first.
And I think I could have beat Moran. You know.
Do you want to segue into Giants Cardinals? Is this even worth commenting?
Let's just say I would have. Hold on. And then
no, Marty, it is worth it because that was a classic game. That was a fucking classic.
What game?
Dude, Giants and Arizona, that was a good game.
Yo, that game was awesome.
24-10 in the third quarter. Everybody deems this game totally over, and I said in Twitch chat, has anybody ever seen how Shuski plays in the fourth quarter? People are like, the game's over.
No,
Cardinals give up
Moran
20.
Got some fumbles though.
Yeah, but they still give up 3 touchdowns, just mangled up, dude. Mangled up.
Moran
I think one was a fumble six.
Moran had like 5 hit stick fumbles in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, and he hit that pass before like 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter, like over the top.
That was nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah, it was good. And Shuski gets like into field goal range, and I think he takes a sack and then doinks it off the crossbar.
Bro, boinked it off the crossbar, misses it, puts Moran in at the 50 already.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, how about when Shuski hit Andy Isabella though to go up 31-24, like on that post, and he splits the defenders.
Bro, I was just like, Moran, you got to make the tackle after he catches the ball. Like,
yeah,
you just got to make the tackle.
That was like Fitz in the Super Bowl when he takes a slant and goes like 60 against the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Against
yeah.
Pittsburgh. Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, Larry was that was like when he was at his prime. That was when he was like unstoppable.
I still love Larry.
336 yards passing for the Cardinals. They lose 3 fumbles, and they eventually lose this game in overtime. The Giants win a playoff game after being terrible this whole cycle. They get into the playoffs, and they win a game versus Shuski. So.
The Giants weren't an easy team to build. He had to really build from scratch.
Wait, excuse me?
Sam, the Giants weren't an easy team to build.
Whoa, no. They had a rookie linebacker that was good. They had a rookie corner that was good. They had Saquon Barkley. They had a rookie cornerback. I don't want to hear. They had Evan Ingram. Come on.
Bro, those guys were just all they were is a bunch of fucking injuries for him. They never even played a full season for him ever.
Don't say he had a bad team.
He didn't have a great team.
Stack. You could have. You know how much he could have gotten for?
He had like a 75 overall. He had like a 75 overall team to start with. His team was trash, bro.
I think my team was a 70.
The Giants were like a 70. Listen, I'll give you the 3 worst teams in the game, and so I'm not letting Moran off the hook at all here. Listen, the Giants are not a whatever you want to call a good team is.
They have pieces.
But listen, in terms
Moran's got more playoff wins than Omar.
Oh no, I gotta type shots fired. Let me just say this.
Right? He's got more playoff wins than Omar, though, right?
He does. Yep. Let's just say this though: the Giants were like a 77 overall. The Jets are a 78 overall, and the Dolphins are a 74 overall. So those are the 3 worst teams in the game. So
No
Mike
way.
Moran
Go
has
look
got
at the Lions.
The Giants are 1 point less than the Jets, and ain't nobody ever given me a bunch of like. People are like, oh,
Marty, I don't think you were a worst 3 team overall though.
Of course I was. I just gave you the 3 worst overalls in right in a row. Dolphins are 74. Giants were 77.
No, the Lions were. What were the Lions then?
Because the Lions had nobody. They had a 30-year-old Snacks Harrison as their best player.
I'm just giving you the worst. The worst overalls, and it goes Dolphins is the first.
Here, I got it right here. This is when the game
dropped.
Sorry,
Dolphins are 74, Giants are 77, Jets are 78. The Lions are 80.
The Lions were an 80 overall?
80 overall to drop the game. So let me just say, when people are like, "Oh, Mike Moran had a bad team," so did the Jets.
All right, so and you know what? And fine. And for Moran's credit, he had one of the 3 worst teams in the game.
Yep.
And he finally got them to the playoffs and won a game.
I'm cool with that.
And also to add in, he was in Dallas's division.
The Dolphins were the lowest rated at 84.
I'm in Jake's division, so. Well, I guess you're right. Dallas is obviously a lot better. That's worth pointing out.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dolphins were the worst team.
Yeah, Dolphins are bad. Like again, people want to say like, "Oh man, my line is good." When I had started the game with Quentin Williams, he wasn't like a 98 overall dude like he is now. He was like a 78 overall. Like he was like a regular defender. Like he wasn't some superstar fucking freak to start the game. I turned a lot of my guys into great players. So
did I.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically how I had to do it.
Yeah, it's just like. We just hear all the time, "Oh, the Giants are bad." It's like, so were the Dolphins, so were the Jets, you know what I'm saying?
They had Saquon, man.
So were the Bucks are 78 overall too. Like whatever. I just don't want to give Mike Moran a pass because the Giants were bad. I just think that's trash. That's trash.
No,
but he gets
Miami was bad.
Yeah, I just said that the Bucks are 78 overall too with the Jets. He gets in the playoffs. He wins this game. The good comeback there, but Arizona, man, they don't play playoff football. They wild out there in the 4th quarter.
What are they? 0-6 this cycle in the playoffs? 0-5.
Bro, I was trying to tell Marty. I feel like they're like 0-10 in the last 2 cycles in the playoffs.
No, I think he got 1 win this year.
I feel like he did
because you had to face him.
I think he got a win in like.
Season
he
1
beats
or
like
2.
Sadler or something like that, or I don't know what. Let me just quick look before we say that Arizona has no playoff wins. I just want to give a quick look here in Daily Leagues. 2 seconds. Lost to Marks.
I think they have no playoff wins though.
You could very well be right.
They lost to Marks. They lost to Sean.
Lost to Marks. Lost to Sean.
What?
You beat him in the playoffs one time, didn't you? So you had to have won to get there.
No, he lost to Marks.
No,
Sean,
I never played Shusky.
Al.
I never played Shusky.
No, Shusky's hasn't won a game.
Shusky's never been he's never able to even get to Dallas's category.
Shusky lost to Sean. He lost to Marks. He lost to Al, and he lost to Mike Moran. He's 0-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right, because we had a sim gate one year, and then Qual made it one year.
So, heck of a game there. Then Chiefs Titans. The Titans are 11-5.
I missed that game.
Balling out.
I missed that game too, but dude, Tom, you didn't miss anything, bro.
I saw the score. I'm like, when did Alvin put 58 on this dude?
Here's what happened. Alvin threw it. Let me just give you a couple little nuggets to chew on here.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it, Marty?
Yeah, I just want to let you hear these numbers. Alvin threw 12 passes. So again, you're coming into this game, you know you're playing Hill and Hardman and Mahomes. So Tennessee comes in prep, their defense is ready. Hill goes for 10 completions for 367 fucking yards. That's 30 yards of completion. And
36.
So he has 10 completions for 350 on the stat sheet, and he also runs it for 206. Gets 11 first downs, scores 51 fucking points. Tennessee's got 6 turnovers. This game is a total beatdown. Like, just an ass whooping, dude. Patrick Mahomes. This is the thing about Alvin. This is the games that he does. Like, he runs his stats up when he plays versus kids that don't know what they're doing. I mean, you'll see him play a game, have like 30 yards pass versus like me or Jake or something like that, or Max or Trevor. What was Alvin's last game of the season, dude? He got.
Oh, he didn't even like play.
I think Mahomes did play, did he? Or he did not?
No, he'd be stupid to have played Mahomes in that game.
He played Mahomes, and Mahomes, here's Mahomes' stat line versus Carolina. He was 6 for 24. It's 25% completion percentage. He threw 7 interceptions with no touchdowns for 140 yards. So Mahomes takes that performance, and then he bounces back here in the divisional round with a 3.
Oh, my God. What the hell was he doing?
Getting work, dude.
I think he was just trying to hug it, chuck it football.
Yeah, well, if you contain Mahomes, he sometimes have a problem. But, yeah, you got, sorry, we're in the division. Wild card round, yeah, Alvin just destroys the Titans here. 367 yards passing with 4 TDs, dude.
Yeah,
only 10 completions.
But you beat the brakes off of Cram.
And we got Jets Browns. I get that man D, and I ran the ball for 19 yards versus Cram. 19 fucking yards, still won the game 30-0, 218 yards passing. And I lurked Cram pretty good. I had 5 picks. Darnold was really awesome. 234, 3 TDs for him. Mayfield only 94 yards passing. Chubb had 20 for 103, but no, didn't get him in the end zone. I couldn't run versus Cram. His team is so good. It's so fast. It's hard to explain. This game was actually like closer than it looked, but I ended up scoring a touchdown, I think, like late in the game or something like that to make it like 30-0. But I'm proud of this performance. I went and got Devontae Adams after playing Cleveland. Like season 3, he fucked me up with his man D, and I was like, I gotta get somebody to tear that up. So I eventually got going here. It was a sloppy game. It was like a 14-mile-an-hour wind. Guys were throwing the ball all over the place. A lot of goofy passes, but I get that done. I was happy with the win, getting by Cram, especially what Cram did to Jake the previous season. So I was happy with that dub. You want to go into the divisional round?
Yeah.
On to the divisional round. I
think the entire league was rooting against Marks when he played Trevor.
The kid.
If we want,
I was.
So we want to talk Carolina and Atlanta real quick,
dude. No.
For a minute.
I think everybody was.
Because like the kid's like non-existent, and then he like gets a good record, and he's like all over the chat. Like, bro, be consistent.
Bro, when you start posting pictures of all of the guys on your team and claiming that you're winning the Super Bowl to just show up to like, I mean, you were so bad.
Hold on, he was saying he was going to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't he put that in All Day Madden that he was winning the Super Bowl this season?
Yeah.
I don't even do that shit. He didn't say that.
But it was bad though. He started posting a lot of player cards of the people on his team. Like, how are you gonna like beat these guys?
I remember one. He said, "Look at this. Look at the cornerback. He's the GOAT." Like, excuse me, my guy's better than that.
Like he was doing that. You didn't see all that shit, Marty?
Listen, I know he was talking. I know he was talking a lot of trash.
He was talking a lot of trash.
No, it's very annoying. It's obviously very annoying. Here's the thing. I run my mouth. Tommy runs his mouth. We usually run it pretty consistently. Like, don't get me wrong. If I'm doing fucking totally terrible, and the thing is, I'm running my mouth obviously all year, not only about my team, but I'm always invested.
I was 0-6 and talking shit.
Well, not even talking shit, but I'm always up to date on the league. I'm always like, if I'm losing, I'm still plugged into everybody else. I'm still paying attention to Denver and the Chargers and Carolina and Tampa. I'm always paying attention to everybody. Now, don't get me wrong, I had a radio show to run, so it's in my best interest to do so, but I'm always plugged into the league. So that doesn't mean like talking crap, but I'm always talking about the league. And so when Marks just all of a sudden starts talking, and then he's talking about winning, I can see how that gets under people's skin. And it definitely seems to.
I tried telling him when he was getting spanked to just drop his plate of turkey on the router and say the game went on.
Got everybody going with the turkey and the router thing. People seem to love that.
I was like, yo, spill some gravy on the Ethernet cable, bro. It's good. Good.
I would say that I was even rooting for Carolina. Listen, Trevor and I, let me just go on the record for saying this. And I told either, you can vouch for me, Max, you or Jake, one of the two of you can vouch for me. That I even told you guys that, or at least AJ can. I told you guys that I was even rooting for Carolina in this game. And that's pretty bad. If I'm rooting for Carolina in the game...
I'm telling you, everyone was rooting for Carolina. The only person that was probably rooting for Marks was Levi. Straight up.
If Levi's in chat, Levi, you want to sound off? Or who are you rooting for in this game? We know you're close with Volt here. I was rooting for Carolina to win. If they go in the Super Bowl, not a big deal. Oh, we got Jake says, yeah, but you picked Atlanta to win.
You did pick Atlanta to win, though, Marty.
You did. Because I spoke to you.
Okay, but listen, but it wasn't like this. You were rooting for Carolina, though. But we both, when we did our picks, though, our picks were like, this is a really tough game, and I said that Atlanta would lose this game, and this is what I said, Jake. I said that Atlanta would lose this game if they got pass happy and started throwing the ball around. And what happened?
But they didn't. He got stuffed at an epic goal line stand, and then it all downhill from there.
Oh man, when Luke stuffed him at the oh god.
Yeah, that's a top 5 play of this whole cycle. Killer. That's a top 5 play of the whole cycle.
Isn't that one of the worst calls though? Isn't that one of the most boneheaded things to do Because
Bugsy said it perfect in the Twitch chat. Luke is so slow. All Marks had to do was run to the corner of the pylon, and Luke would have not even.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. He gets that secure tackle animation, and he just gets you from a few yards.
Let's go back because
not with that 94 speed Hoskins, bro. You just had to take that outside. Luke didn't catch it, bro. Luke couldn't even catch Zeke, man.
Yeah, sometimes
Luke couldn't even catch coronavirus right now. Couldn't even catch it, dude. Guy's slow.
All Marks had to do was take that to the outside. That's all he had to do.
Didn't Atlanta do something else really fucking stupid too? Didn't they like
the Jedi mess there?
No, because this game was like it was 6-0, and Atlanta could have made it like 6-6 or 6-3. Like they went for it on the 4th down, which was boneheaded. And then what is it? Maybe it was a bad pick or something. But they did something really goofy.
I think they threw a pick the next drive.
Maybe that was the pick.
And then Trevor was able to like make it like 9-0, right?
Yeah, he like threw a pick into blatant triple coverage.
A few times though.
Like it was predetermined. This is where I'm throwing the ball. I don't care who's there. It's gone.
Well, and that's the thing is about some of the picks I see people throw, and like, sure, like, versus Jake in a conference title game, who's my divisional opponent after this late in the cycle, you can throw a pick, but you got to give people. There is difference between when a guy makes a great defensive play and lurks and out to the chess match versus you versus when you stare down a receiver and throw it into triple coverage. That's a real bad end, dude. That's a real bad. Like, you can't do that in a playoff game.
That's Atlanta football, baby.
Atlanta, they, what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are rooting against them, and they show up and they're one and done, and it's like, what else is new, man? They had a good season, and then they almost get blanked here. How about kicking a field goal in the 4th quarter, dude? How about kicking a field goal?
They did get blanked. He kicked that field goal, so there wasn't a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Like, does that field goal even count? Do we just give Marks and make him take another lap for even kicking that field goal? Like, what is that about?
No. That's a pride thing to get shut out. You take that thing.
Yeah, no. Tom's right. It's a pride thing. You take the field goal, so there is no zero. There is no zero.
Like like Marty, listen.
I understand you don't want to get blanked, but isn't that a bitch move to take? Isn't that a bitch move to take a field goal like that?
There's one thing saying you got dominated in a playoff game, and then there's a level above that saying, bro, you got shut out in a playoff game.
Tommy, answer me this. Let's keep going. Are you kicking a field goal in Marks' position at the end of that game? Are you going for it?
I'm kicking a field goal.
Fourth and goal, bro. You know me, baby. I'm going for it.
No, I'm talking about end of the game when he takes a field goal at the end of the game.
No, the end of the game when he kicked his field goal to make it 3 points.
End of the game.
Oh yeah, I'm kicking 3 too.
Oh, okay, so everyone's kicking 3. All right.
I'm taking 3. Yeah.
I'm definitely not. 3. I'm going down with the ship right there, but that's all good.
I'm taking 3 and putting up my bitch points.
Fair. Listen,
you didn't shut me out.
Interesting.
You ain't shutting me out today, motherfucker.
Interesting. Carolina with no turnovers. Atlanta with the 3, and then they go for the 4th down there, and that's a total whiff.
Trevor played really good football that game. His
and
defense
then
was
he
really
completely stopped playing good football.
His defense was really on point that game versus Marks.
But then he stopped playing good football against you. He made a couple bad reads. He threw picks.
I don't think that Carolina played unbelievable, but they definitely played the game they had to play. They played smart. They went up 6, and
that's all you have to do though when you're playing somebody that knows your team. You just got to play mistake free. It doesn't matter how much you win by. It doesn't matter. I mean, Trevor did everything he had to do to get the W in a good fashion.
No, I'm giving them credit.
You're right, Toretto. You're right, Toretto.
I'm giving him credit for doing that. I'm saying that was the way to play the game. But just meltdown mania after that for Atlanta, dude. Oh boy, coming in hot.
I mean, dude, Al wants to say Moran was a waste of a playoff spot, bro. We should have just had Mark Al where Marks was, the way Marks showed up first.
Wait, who said Moran was a waste of a playoff spot?
Al said that about Moran. 16.
Yeah, Al, you gotta eat your words, bro.
I mean, it's understandable. Right? He missed it. He loses to him. He says he's a waste. I get the sentiment. Speaking of Moran, Dallas versus Giants. What do you got for us, Max? Let me give you the stats real quick. Let me give you the stats before you comment. Giants, 116 yards of rushing. Dallas, 86. Giants, 191 yards passing. Dallas, 129. Giants first downs 14, Dallas 8. Giants 1 turnover, Dallas 0 turnovers. And the Cowboys still win this game statistically. Looks like the Giants played a pretty okay game, but Dallas comes up big. The one huge play that the Cowboys with 120 yards passing, the bomb.
The bomb. Jeez.
Max had 75 yards passing, and all of a sudden Mike Moran decides to play cover 3 with a safety up, and then he blitzes the other one with himself coming up on a in route and drag. What a bone fuck play there. I mean, Max, what do you give us your take on this game?
I mean, look, I play Moran twice this season. I mean, if you've ever watched me in the Giant games, especially since I've made a lot of the trades I've made, like, yes, I beat Moran. I go into the game kind of thinking and knowing I'm going to beat Moran, but also, like, he plays me tough. I told you, Marty, before me and him played, I said, the first 3 quarters of my games versus Moran, they're always fucking tough. He gives me my fucking runs worth for my money. When he let me hit that post route on him, that's when I said to myself, like, game's over. I got this in the back.
Got it in the bag, dude.
I also think him not having his superstar running backs also helped out also.
Yes, I do think that was a factor, for sure. I think that if he has the whatever, what's his face there? Singletary?
Singletary. I think that's a huge part of his offense, and he just, I mean, look, you see guys in this year's Madden when you have backs hurt that you rely on. It hurts your. You don't have
whole offense, man. Of course, yeah. If I'm down a halfback, if I'm down my little speedy halfback there, it's again my offense is more even worse than it normally is. No turnovers for Dallas here. It's a pretty good number versus Moran. Moran only with the one, so he keeps it pretty close there. It's a pretty good game. Like again with the bomb, that kind of ended it, but same way Dallas still finds a way to just dude. I mean these stats. Max doesn't really have a lot of yards rushing. Doesn't have any yards really passing. Only 86 yards rushing. You got Dallas scores 7, 7, 7, 7. They score 7 points in every single quarter. How is that even possible, dude? Crazy good, crazy efficient football. Going down in the red zone and getting touchdowns every single time, man. Did you wait? Actually, hold on. Actually, you know what? You also grabbed a pick six on Moran too, and that was a killer play. Remember that?
Oh right. Yeah. He threw it right to the hitch route, right?
Right to you, dude.
He threw it right to me. I was the corner on that play. I was using a corner. I mean.
And that pick and the bomb were kind of like back to back, and that just he was done after that, man. If one of those plays don't happen, we could have maybe had a better game, but.
Yeah, well, you also have to take. He did get like that 80-yard play the very next play. So
yeah, he
take
did.
away
He
that.
did. He did. He had a. I ran a man blitz on him and paid the price for it.
Oh, we saw the play action goal line play, which
an Al-type blitz.
An all-out blitz.
No! When the goal line blitz, I just run committed, and he called the right play.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen somebody hit that play or even get that pass out. They're usually sacked by that point. So I definitely thought that was pretty wild. That's not something.
I thought it was a good play. I thought it was a great play call by him.
Oh,
I couldn't believe on that he fucking did that.
I
was shocked myself. I just threw the control and was like, well, I got it out, coach there. There's no other way to put it besides damn, Moran, you outsmarted me this play.
We've never seen anybody do that. Maybe you have to keep an eye on it going forward. That was a hell of a play call. But again, Cowboys win 28-20 there, and let's do next up. We have Dolphins versus Jets, 34-16 here. Who we got? Yeah, Dolphins.
Oh, it's gonna be Sling Blade.
Al?
Qual?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah, what up, Qual?
Oh.
What's going on? I had a little brief pause between a few meetings I got, so I figured I'd hop on and say hello.
Hop on, Qual on.
Qual's gonna start talking. You can hear his wife start yelling at him. What are you doing?
How it goes, man. Tom, you know all too well.
Yeah, listen, at any point in time, my wife would do the same exact thing. Get off that shit.
Oh, God, you heard Godzilla before.
Oh, yo, your girl even has a nickname on here, man. We got Tarzan, we got Godzilla.
Bro.
That's a self-labeled nickname, too, by the way. You did that, not us. That's you.
She's with the baby right now. So
what's going on, man? What are we guys? What are we talking about?
We're just going through the playoff games right now. We're just getting through the divisional rounds. We covered Panthers, Falcons. We explained how the entire league was rooting against the Falcons, even myself, and we're glad to see Mark's exit the playoffs. And then we went over Giants, Cowboys. Couple huge plays there. Moran with the play action bomb on the goal line there, and then Max with the pick six against Moran, and then also another bomb on his little drive call there. Two huge plays. Max ends up winning the game 28-20 with not too much offensive stats, but still gets the dub there. And we're just about to go on to KC and Jacksonville or Jets Dolphins. Either which one doesn't matter to me.
I mean,
Levi has no business being the 2 seed.
Okay, here we go. Max he's gonna.
Hey, he kept it close.
Yeah, you know what?
He makes a couple extra plays.
Levi built a really good team in Jacksonville. I give him a ton of credit on that.
Levi builds a good team.
I love his squad. I wish I could play with them for just one season.
Yeah, I'm really on the fence about switching with Lacey to take the Bengals, but I feel like I gotta finish it out with the line.
Well,
What?
yeah,
Think about taking the Bengals with John Ross.
Who
Bro,
else?
you won't even know what to do.
Excuse me.
What?
Nah, I just don't want to give up the Lions right now. I built a fire team.
You can't leave Boogie and Sad though. You got to go down there and smash those bums for
Bro,
them this
you
season.
can't leave Boogie, bro. You gotta beat him down one more time, Tom.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, Boogie. Lazy said never. That's one of the classic lines from Team Glitchin'. You text Alvin, send him a message. He just writes back, never. I love it. What's up, Lazy?
Yeah,
Where the fuck is Alvin, dude?
yeah, I could definitely post screenshots of him.
Yeah,
Bro,
where's
I'll
Frito
say-
been? I feel like Frito's been MIA too.
I'll tell you where Alvin is, bro. Alvin is getting his internet fixed so he can prepare for Jake.
I just wrote him fix that internet right now. We got Philly here. We got Cincinnati in chat. Qual wants to know where Frito is. Frito has been MIA. We even have Frito's boys here in waitlisters chat. Blowing the league up.
Frito's
Blah, blah,
been
blah, blah.
nowhere to be seen.
Frito is gone.
Frito's been MIA since Al beat down Trevor in the NFC Championship game season.
Uh-huh.
He left the stream, never to be heard from again. He's been gone the entire season almost. Is that true though? No, because Frito was on radio with me when I was getting suspended and all that shit. He was on, like week 3 maybe. He was still in chat. Frito has been gone. Yeah, we got to put out an Amber Alert probably. Anybody seen BFT? He's been gone. I got nothing, man. I'm plugged into basically everything going on in DevNet. I'm into all the DevNet underground channels. If you think you're doing something, think I don't know about it, you're wrong. I got no news for you on Frito, man. I don't even got anything.
I need to make lunch.
Anybody got anything on Frito?
What are these underground channels?
That's why I need to make lunch.
Max, I can't give up all my sources, but I'm into everything, dude.
Okay. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I still want to know where you got this information that Travis Kuhn is a Team Trifus member.
I didn't say that.
What do you mean you didn't say that?
I don't think
Travis
I said
is a
that.
TT member. I didn't know this.
He's
Bro,
definitely
you
not,
said
dude.
that. You said this like a couple seasons ago. Like you questioned me or Jake about it.
Maybe. I thought maybe he was Bugs' boy then.
Bro, you were probably drunk then or something.
That's a very good possibility.
Selling tanning salon packages.
All Lacey says, he said Frito's gotta hide till Twitchgate died down. We do know that there has been a fair amount of buzz here in the league at some point over the twitching thing. So we all there was a little movement there at some point in Discord. I don't know.
I didn't even know Frito wasn't even switching games. I didn't even know about this until it like blew up.
Oh, it's been going on for seasons now. Maybe the whole cycle. Who knows? It's been that Twitchgate is real for sure. No, he's been called out by a whole slew of people, but you know what, man? I honestly don't care who Twitches a game. I just want to have the best connection possible. So whatever people got to do to have that connection. I understand though, if you're in a division with somebody and they never show their play art, I can understand how that becomes unfair. That being said, so I understand the sentiment. We said we've definitely had some guys up in the AFC, fucking blowing the whistle, man. Whatever, snitching. The snitches eventually had enough, and they came out full force. He got turned in. So, yeah, we got.
Let's get back to the playoffs.
Back to the playoffs. Here's the stats for those of you listening in who can't see the screen. KC 163 yards rushing, so props to Alvin for that. Jacksonville though runs it for 133. KC 78 yards passing. Jacksonville 85, 11 first downs to 12. KC no turnovers. Jacksonville with 4. That's a classic Levi stat line. How does Levi lose a game? He throws 4 interceptions with no touchdowns to go with it, and that'll fucking can't do that, man. He also takes
Well, that's how they started off the game. He held Alvin to a 3-and-out, and then the next possession, what did he do? He threw it right back to Alvin on his own 30-yard line.
Right, doesn't that call. Doesn't that sound similar?
Oh my God, that's me in a nutshell. But that's why I'm not the second seed in the AFC.
Let's also go back to Jacksonville throwing this pick too. Minus the 4 interceptions, we also have the 6 sacks, which makes it way worse because if you're going to throw picks, at least don't take sacks. You can't have 4 instant 6 sacks. That's like 10 real bad plays. Levi was running the ball on Alvin a little bit and to start his first drive, and next thing you know, he lines up and just pegs like a dude on. He doesn't. It's not even the guys like this. So he just pegs Alvin right in the face. And after that, I was like, he ain't winning this game. I wrote him off after that pick. And he keeps it close, but imagine if he doesn't have the 4 picks and 6 sacks. It's like, oh boy. I'm gonna see who had the sacks. 3.5 for Jones, 2.5 for Gary, and that's just a fucking wrap. So, Max, what do you say? Levi has no business being the 2 seed, and what? Levi has no business being in the playoffs? What's the story here?
No, I like when Levi makes the playoffs because he builds good teams. He does. He's a really good team builder.
I really thought he was going to beat somebody last season. I thought he was going to win a playoff game last year.
I did too. I thought last year he was going to do it too.
Didn't he make it close to the Super Bowl at one point? I think, was it the year JJ made it close to the Super Bowl with Trevor's team? I forget.
No, yeah. Levi lost to JJ in the divisional round. With Trevor's team, though.
Yeah, it was Trevor's. The Bears.
Yes.
Mass.
Santa Claus.
Marty. Where the hell Marty go?
This one.
No clue.
To mix with wine. See no wine.
Which game we be talking about? Chiefs and the Jags, right?
We were talking about Levi. We were mostly talking Chiefs and Jags, and we were covering Levi.
Again, man, Levi just opened up that game with a huge 3-night against Alvin. It looked great. Shut down Alvin. I think Mahomes was 0 for 3 at that point, and then Levi gets the ball ready to drive it downfield, and he just throws another pick. As he threw that pick, now you're giving Alvin another shot with that team. And I think that he had a good chance of beating Alvin if he just played a nice, flawless game with no kind of turnovers.
Bro, if Levi...
I know. Well, that's the thing. And I mean,
Levi would have established the run. He already has the secondary to shut down Mahomes and Hill and everyone. All Levi had to do was play a mistake-free game and just run the ball somewhat effectively.
Listen, man, I know what it's like. It's hard to play a mistake-free game sometimes, but when you got Gordon in the backfield, you just got to feed Gordon and just let Alvin make his own mistakes. As long as you come out of that game losing error-free, I feel like it's a bigger victory than losing at close, but with,
One thing. Me and Jake always talk about this. Once you hit playoff status,
where are we at? I missed the last.
Qual, when you get to the playoffs, like our rule of thumb, we're gonna eat sacks and we're gonna punt the ball. I'm not gonna beat myself. I'm gonna let you work to beat me. I'm not gonna just hand you free fucking turnovers. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna
turnovers at your own 30-yard line, man. Like,
he doesn't have to do anything. Are we still talking about Levi's pick?
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, you eat sacks, eat the sack and punt the ball. You're playing good defense. Just don't.
You look at Alvin's team. Alvin has a heavy team. All he did was pound the rock. He threw a few passes with Mahomes. Don't get me wrong, but look at Mahomes, 79.8 average passer rating. He pounded the rock and he did not turn the ball over. That was the biggest thing he could have done. Was not
six completions for Mahomes, 110 yards. So only
it's
6
nothing,
completions.
Man.
Nothing, yeah.
How many rushes did Mac have?
I told Alvin to run the ball, by the way. 25 carries for Mac.
Dude, that's the entire game, man.
Yep. That's how you listen. When I play Levi, I don't even throw versus Levi, dude. I run the ball because he just sits in like
Levi
that
has
zone.
Levi has a good secondary. You really can't just throw on Levi's defense. It don't work that way.
I throw for like 130 yards every time I play Levi. That's about it because you can't throw any more than that. You'll lose.
He has
gotta
a really
play to
good
your opponent.
His secondary is freakish. Levi's secondary is fucking freakish.
Well, Ramsey covers one whole side of the field by himself, and then Levi can use it the other, and you're pretty much fucked. There's really not a lot of places to go with that ball. You just
The problem is Levi's other cornerback is a fucking monster too.
Yep.
The guy what is he got like 96 speed or some shit like with the superstar ability?
Yeah.
The dude's a freak, man. The secondary's great. He built a really good team.
Yeah. If Levi calls the right D and roams around the middle, ain't nowhere to go with the ball.
Exactly,
Yeah,
man.
really
And you
nowhere to
keep that
go.
momentum going. You hold him to 0 for 3. You march it down with Gordon. You take the rest of the first quarter out. And even if you get a field goal, at least you've kept Mahomes off the field for the entire quarter, and you've gotten 3 points out of it. You have to capitalize on that first 3 and out, man. He was huge.
If Levi plays a playoff game with no turnovers, man, he could win a playoff game. But
I played last year against Trevor last season. And I mean, Trevor beat me down, but I had 0 turnovers, and I was proud of it. I mean, I played a decent game. Trevor took over, of course.
But you can live
Exactly.
with that. You didn't beat yourself. Trevor beat
Trevor
you.
legit beat me. Exactly. Trevor legit beat me. He's better than me. He had a better team. He had a better, but I threw no turnovers, and I was okay with it.
Wasn't that game close, O'Call? I thought you were in that game. I thought you only lost that.
It was, but he, I mean, just like every other game I play, he pulled the fourth quarter. He just started to, move the ball much better than me, and I think he won
He
by.
hit you with the shot play.
Yeah, but you won by 7-10 points. I don't think you lost by more.
I think it was like 10, 14 points. He beat me by.
That was not bad.
Which isn't bad, but again, with no turnovers, I'm happy with that. And granted, I drew Trevor in the first round, which kind of sucked. I wish I would have had a different.
Oh, your playoff game.
Yeah, my playoff game. I wish I would have had a different person, but when you've been in this league for as long as we have, you've played everybody so many times that there's no secrets. Everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows who you play with. Everybody knows your style of play, and the game just gets harder and harder and harder.
Trying to find this fucking game here, but can't find shit. Maybe the data leads didn't push the stats or something.
Pascal, you excited for the 7 abilities?
You know what? Yeah, I kind of am because Breida only got X Factor last season, and so did Buckner. They only got abilities last season. I've been playing this entire cycle with no abilities, and I'm kind of happy to see that. I feel like I've been adjusted to the no abilities, so it should be good.
Kind of like Jake, right?
Yes, yeah. I mean, Jake, he has Reed now, right? But before that, he had Walton with Spin Cycle.
No. But I'm saying when Jake started off season 1, he only had 1 superstar on his entire team and nobody else.
I played him this year, and I know he sat Reed, but I did pretty well against him. I was up 17, I think 14 or 17-13 with a minute left. And he went down and he scored a touchdown.
What did he do?
He scored a touchdown.
Damn, I missed that game. I don't remember that. I must have missed that game.
Qual was up. Jake went down like the last minute and scored a touchdown.
You got a good defense though, Qual.
Yeah, I mean, my defense is good. I feel like my gameplay this year has definitely helped me out. I mean, more of a run first team. I don't really pass that much because I can't pass. But teams that come in and they stuff the run, it's kind of hard. And teams that come in and they go up 2-3 touchdowns.
There's not that many people in this league that really could pass.
Well,
like when you go and look.
It's also really hard to throw it.
To pass, they got like 30, 40, 50 interceptions.
It's also really hard to throw it right now at the end of the cycle. Very hard to throw it. Everyone knows the plays and stuff. It's hard to toss the rock right now. So.
I feel like this division is, and I'm not taking anything away from Shoes game. I mean, Shoes is the top of the division for a while, but I do feel like this season was rough for me with all the rules and all the suspensions and Breida hurt for 8 games. Like I really didn't have a full squad for a long time, so I'm anxious to play next year with a full squad.
Oh, that can be a
Oh
huge
yeah,
factor.
well this season you were just a criminal.
And it was a rough season for me. We had a lot of mental mistakes, and those mental mistakes just turned into broken rules.
He
And
called him a criminal.
but I started off against Marty with a loss. Then I think I had 1.5 games with Brita where he went off. The third game Brita got hurt. 8 games. So I wound up playing with Michelle.
Sucks.
Michelle got hurt. I wound up playing with DNL Pumphrey, whatever the hell his name. Then I get Brita back in the first game against Miguel. That was awesome. Of course, it was that wide receiver not breaking the plane before I hiked the ball. So then Brita was suspended again. Then Brita snuck in for a play on the next game, scored a touchdown at fucker. So again, he was suspended again. And then I think I broke the 12th overall. So he was suspended again. And even with that, I still almost made the playoffs. With that and the sim loss against the Cardinals with the whole defensive thing, I lost to Billy in overtime. I lost to Jake with a minute left. If I had won those 2 games, I probably would have made the playoffs. So
Even one of those.
Koszewski lost the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I would have won my 2 games, man. We would have been tied, and I would have had the tie against Miguel that he didn't have, and I would have made the playoffs. I feel like next year is looking good for the Niners. No abilities and just, straight up football.
You listen, we're here in the conference title championship season 35. Dr. Icepun's in the booth with the champ of all champs, the Dallas Cowboys, Trifus, the Big Apple. Max is in on chat. Also, we got Qual San Francisco giving their rundown of their season a little bit here, just to catch everybody up here who's listening.
I feel like, Qual, you didn't use George Kittle the way he was supposed to be used with his ability.
But I've never used George Kittle the way he was supposed to be used.
I'm going to be so honest with you. Because you're not an elite passer, you would have been better. It's going to sound crazy. You would have just been better off trading him and just getting a different asset that would have helped your team more.
I agree, but then
you just did not use him the way they made him at all.
Absolutely right. But when I'm looking at Kittle, I see the run blocking, and the run blocking is awesome. And I
would have given you my tight end so you can have the run blocking still, and I would have given you like a pick.
The problem was too is that Kittle came in, and I think he needed to be re-signed to either the first or the second season.
Oh,
when I was trying to figure out myself.
So once you locked in, that was the wrap.
Yeah, exactly. Once I decided to sign him, I mean, it was a 7-year deal. It was a long term. It was a lot of a bonus, a lot of bonus. So once I decided to sign him, it was kind of like it would be stupid to trade him. Picks that I probably wouldn't found too much, and to give him to you so that whenever you played him with me, you can make it a thing to go for over 130 yards to him and 4 touchdowns. So I just kind of sat back.
Max, what do you got for Kittle's stats for the year? Just throwing it out there. How many receptions? How many receptions on the season for Kittle? How many yards? Give it to me.
Wait, what?
I just want to just take a guess on Kittle's stats this year. Receptions, yards.
I don't.
This year, he actually got to X Factor. He actually got lit up.
Right, but don't.
First time in 7 seasons, he got lit up.
Max, just give me your prediction on season stats for Kittle, who was a 96 overall X Factor.
96, yeah.
What do you have? Like 17 receptions for like 400 yards?
You're pretty, Max. It's not bad. 14 receptions on 250 yards passing, 1 touchdown.
Oh my god.
Oh, Qual, man, you should
have
just traded him. You should have traded him, bro, and just gotten something better.
Hey, that's better. That's better than Qual's season 4 when he had 10 receptions for 167 yards.
Oh, Qual, I don't want to hear these numbers anymore. I don't want.
It's ridiculous.
I don't want to hear him anymore.
I've seen, like I said, the first game, one of the first couple of games, he got lit up, and it was the first time in the 7 seasons that this dude, his X Factor, got lit up, and I think I passed him in like triple coverage, and it went right away.
I don't
Paul, you can just call like the tiniest out route on him and throw it, or a drag. You can hit him on at least 5-6 drags a game. I mean, just or a seam, just a quick seam.
I mean, Qual, don't get me wrong. I get what you mean. You kept him the run blocking. I get it, but like, go look at my tight end, bro. I drafted my tight end with the 32nd pick after season 1, and just go look at him. I mean, you didn't need to keep Kittle. You could have gotten so much for Kittle.
Kittle has route apprentice, by the way, too, so he comes with 4 extra high routes.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You had no business keeping him.
But ask me how many times I use those hot
better.
routes. Ask me how many times I've used those.
How many times you used the hot routes?
I don't even know what those 4 hot routes are. So
Well, let me
I would
tell you
probably go with
I've
2
watched
times.
I watched Qual use the hot routes a couple times,
Yeah.
but he never throws him the ball.
It is what it
Bro,
is.
I want a Kittle so bad from you, Qual. I want him so. I needed a tight end like that so bad for my team.
Nobody's ever mentioned him to me though. And,
Great,
you know,
great
they
decoy, great
still got
decoy out
another
there for
season.
sure.
So
Well, yeah, because when you trade with a committee member, you're pretty much raping yourself.
well, you
Oh,
know,
boy,
I mean,
here
it
we
is
go.
Kittle. You know, if you want Kittle, man, come correct. We'll talk.
I could
Well,
take Kittle.
hey, I don't need Kittle now since there's no abilities next season. But that route apprentice, oh man, that's just.
He also
dude,
has,
you could
he
put-
also
you
has
could just
grab and
give him
go.
the-
He also has
You could
grab and
just,
go.
yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, Kittle's
Yeah,
a
dude,
fucking-
nuts.
He's
Think
a
about
freak, man. You can give him money routes on any pass play.
Yeah.
He's the #1 decoy. You feel me?
Great decoy, by the way. I'd say keep him out there. Let people double him. Blah blah blah.
Then
blah,
I've been
but-
streaking him because I heard that it's good to streak the tight ends like every single play, and he never gets open. So I'm like, what the hell am I doing this for?
Oh, Levi's chiming in. He says Qual's telling you forever to hot route a corner route. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
if
he
you
was.
put him on a corner, man, that's a great
Story, man. Levi was telling me that forever. Put him on the corner routes and all this kind of stuff. I just, game goes in and I just have one job, and that's to run 45 times a game and pass 11 and a half.
I think we have JJ in chat here, potentially lurking. I don't know.
Yeah.
There he is. There's JJ in the house. Welcome to the show.
What's going on?
You got Qual and Max in on chat, and Tommy was here. He said he's gonna be back, but I haven't heard from him since. So
JJ, what up, dog?
What's going on? Not a whole lot.
just chilling. It's Friday here. I feel like it's a Saturday, but it's Friday. Dev Nation
No,
Radio here.
I wish it
Better
was
get that-
Saturday.
You better get them pizza and wings for this Trifas Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
They haven't played yet. Have they?
No.
Alvin
We
Lewis?
still got Alvin.
They haven't played yet.
Alvin's still gotta bring the fire. He's gotta fix his internet, and then we're gonna have Miami versus KC. Probably tonight? That's the word on the street. DevNet Underground, but we'll see.
What? They're gonna try to squeeze it in tonight?
Well, I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see what happens after
I
the
think
Comcast
their goal-
technician leaves the house.
Their goal is to play tonight, but worst case scenario they end up playing tomorrow, and the Super Bowl's still going to be played tomorrow night, no matter what.
Sunday night, or you say Sunday or Saturday, Max, or
Tomorrow
Saturday.
night.
tomorrow. It's just fine. It's just good.
Today is Friday. Today's Friday.
Today's Friday. Very hard to keep track here. We got say Houston, San Francisco, and Dallas, and the Jets here all in chat. Dev Nation Live Radio here, holding it down. Can we? Let's go on to Jets Dolphins here. Miami, the Johnny Reed human joystick with 94 speed and the Holy Trinity is to everybody else. Good fucking luck with this. I've the Jets here #1 defense this year, and I feel like I played a pretty disciplined game in my gaps. I held Johnny Reed to 117 yards on the ground, but the 3 touchdowns, obviously we all saw the spin move off 3 guys there, and then he also caught the ball 6 times for 100 yards. So basically just a total freak show. It's kind of like a little bit slower of a Hines out there. That's what it feels like. When Reed is in the backfield and he makes a guy miss and then gets another 17 yards or whatever, dude, he's so fast. A lot of you will not understand until you play him. His 94 speed is it's very difficult to deal with. He's just getting by defenders, 90 speed linebackers. The Johnny Reed show here in the Jets game, it's just too much for the Jets to handle here. The Dolphins were just fast as fuck all over the field. What's JJ maybe laughing about something offline.
Be back, fellas. I gotta make the kids lunch.
All right, calls me in lunch. Dolphins game here for me started off basically about as worst you possibly can. Got the giant teabag there on the big completion, and then Miami. I have a guy miss the line or something, miss baseline. He gets a streak touchdown on a fourth and goal from like the 3. That was another massive play. I start down 10-0, which is just about as bad as it can be, and I have a bunch of holding calls. I'm in first and long for most of the first half, which totally sucks. I tried to battle back, got it to 10, but again, in the fourth quarter, Miami just too much. Johnny Reed getting the football, man, just out of the backfield. I got no answer, especially when he's catching the ball. Like rushing, I thought I did okay-ish. But passing the ball, like he's just catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage, whatever, on a little route here or there, and he's blown by. Like no one can keep up with him, no one can cover him. It's silly. So that's the quick rundown of the Miami game, and I can give you, like I said, we can pop into the KC game, and I give you a preview of what I think is going to happen, and then we can definitely go there. But if Max, I don't know if you're there. I don't know if you want to add anything to this Dolphins game here.
No, I watched the game. I don't have any.
Let me also say this too, dude. With the juiced up morale, we saw a couple picks by the Dolphins. I mean, we're not talking about staring stuff down. We're talking about some good lurking, and we're talking about some CPU guys making some serious plays. Let's look at this dude from the Dolphins who comes up with 2 picks, one of which I don't even know where he comes from on the field here. He just dives out of nowhere and he's making plays. Look at this fucking bum.
Who is it?
Telvin Massey, who has he's a 80 overall player. Well, with the boost, he's got 91 speed. He's got the 90 zone coverage with the +1, 77 jump. This dude's diving all over the field like he's fucking LeBron James in our game. See some of those picks, man. There's nobody near my dudes, and this guy's all over the field. That's just, the guy totally killed me. Jake had a couple like ridiculous interceptions and lurks there. I said I got nothing to do but tip my cap there to the Dolphins. They played obviously a good game. The game flow went their way. I got no answer. Johnny Reed.
Jake played a really good game. He did. He played a really good game.
You know what?
His
also,
scheme was good and everything.
You know what? I was happy with, man. I was happy that I got a touchdown pass, and then I didn't even get sacked, or I got no sacks, so I didn't eat the ball. But I was only able to get to Jake 1 time in this game, man. He just got rid of the ball so quick, and my D-line just did not really show up on a few plays. There's a few broken pass plays where he gets out of the pocket and this and that, and there was nobody on the Jets really competing on the line. The Miami offensive line all juiced up. I think that's, again, something that KC and Dallas will have to contend with.
All right, Dave.
Because I was not able to get pressure versus them. And if I did send people, Johnny Reed just got the football on a route immediately, and that was that. So,
you know, the story with Johnny Reed too is that he was a good draft. I'm surprised he got drafted so late because his numbers were solid.
Wow, he got passed up, and when he got here to Miami, he wasn't this fast. But now, again, when you have a 90 rating in acceleration, speed, and agility. Agility is the real key there. You become a lot harder to guard, and now with his 94 speed, you're even harder. And he has pretty high excel and like agility, and now the top end speed, and now the joystick with the spin cycle. Very, very, very tough to defend. And again, you're gonna see it, and it looks easy, but dude. That dude is hard to run down, and I'm surprised that I held him to this low of amount. I think that you could see him play KC. If he makes a guy miss and gets outside a little bit or runs up the middle and makes a dude miss, this dude can blow off a 60, 70-yard run, and you won't even know what happened, dude. I'm telling you. You could see Johnny Reed, like his long run of the game versus me was 16. I think you're going to see that number go up versus Kansas City. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be. But see, you gotta realize though. I mean, I think it's gonna be a good game because they both have solid players. On top of the fact that Jake is like hands down nasty on defense. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, period. I mean, he's straight nasty on defense, number one. Number two, I mean, he's been building that Miami team. And if you look at the awards, go look at the awards, pull the awards up, and all you see is Dolphins.
Yeah.
Jake had a crazy year with his defense this year.
Yes.
He did.
He was like top in the league in sacks, and that's what I was.
Yes.
You know, I didn't even get sacked by him, so I was happy about not getting sacked. But same way, guys flying all over the field.
All over the place.
Isn't Jake in team total sacks? Isn't his defense like top 3, Marty?
And total sacks, yes. His team is, yep, and he doesn't even really. He just gets pressure by various ways, and he disguises stuff. And I was on to him, and I was surprised that he didn't blitz me that much. But same way, guys everywhere in coverage. So fucking very tough, very very tough.
But see, also too, you got to look at the KC defense too. You go pull up that front seven, boy. Chris Jones and Gary coming off that. It's only 3 men rushing, and I swear.
No, they get
3
in.
3 on 5, they get through like the O-line's not even there.
And here's the thing, man. I kind of have a similar thing going on with my line because I got 3, like 1 X Factor and 2 superstars.
Yeah.
But my line, I'll tell you what, could not get in on the Dolphins in my game. So I'm really interested to see if the Chiefs can get to the Dolphins rushing 3, because I think if the Chiefs rush more than 3 or whatever, Johnny Reed getting the football. Simple as that.
Right. Yeah.
Just getting the ball.
Yeah.
And
I think it's gonna be a good game, man. I gotta get the pizza and wings though, for real. I'm gonna have to load up on pizza and wings twice because I got the AFC Championship and then the freaking Super Bowl.
I hear you. Listen, so
start ordering.
Do we want to talk about? Let's move on to the conference outings. Do we want to talk about the Panthers Cowboy game last night first, or do we want to talk about Chiefs Dolphins?
We can cover the game that was played first.
All right,
Just
so let's
get
do
out the way.
Panthers Cowboys.
Mm-mm.
I picked Dallas. I picked Dallas because I thought that Dallas would run the ball on Carolina. They're suspect on run all year, all cycle, and Dallas got real good experience. Obviously, they won the Super Bowls. They've been able to do all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. Let me get the dip up real quick to just skim over here.
You watched the game last night, JJ?
JJ was asleep. I didn't even know you guys were playing.
It didn't get announced till late, but
that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I go to sleep at 6.
Hold on. Like the official time didn't get announced till late. Yeah.
I'm just saying it wasn't
We weren't sure if it was gonna go down Thursday or Friday or Saturday.
Exactly. Remember, I was in chat with you, and you said you guys didn't know if you were playing Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So I was like, okay. So I went to bed.
So let me
you missed. No, go ahead, Marty. Go ahead.
So let me just say, I said Dallas gonna win this game. I thought it was gonna be a good game. It's not like I thought like Dallas was gonna blow people out, but I did pick Dallas, and I said the running game, they're gonna run it on Carolina, and I said that the passing defense of the Dallas Cowboys, not just for jacked up players, but just scheme. We know what Carolina tries to do passing the football. I knew Dallas was going to be mostly prepared for what he was going to see, and I thought that those two key factors, the scheme of the Dallas passing, to not let up the big play, and the run game would be what you would have here, and I think I was pretty much spot on. Dallas ran it for 182, so that's pretty good, and they only gave up 30 yards passing last night. I mean, are you hearing me, JJ?
Holy crap!
Only giving up 30 yards passing. Yeah.
Holy crap!
To Cam Newton and Martin. I mean, that is very impressive from the Dallas Cowboys.
Are you sure? Wait a minute, 30 yards passing. Are you sure I wasn't playing?
We got to go back to the replay. JJ taking one on himself there. Cowboys only give up 100 yards total here in a defensive effort that I don't think we've seen a team play this good a defense in the playoffs, probably. 16 first down for the Cowboys. Only the 1 turnover with them. Carolina with 2 turnovers. It's a 13-10 game, but JJ, let's just remind you here. I don't know if
Wow.
you didn't see the game, but there was a point in which the Cowboys were on like the 2 or 3 yard line trying to
It's on the
punch in a
1 yard
ball.
line.
Oh, on the
It's on the
1 yard line
1
trying to
line.
punch it in.
Yeah.
QB sneak with Prescott. It gets fumbled, and Carolina runs it back for 7. So almost a 14-point swing.
Wow.
Game basically could have been 20 to 3, but got the huge fumble return. That made it 10-10, I believe. And I'm not gonna lie, if that was me, I'm spiking my controller, I'm melting down, and I'm losing the game. The Cowboys come right back down the field and score, and they end up.
Almost went for it on 4th down.
Bro, I thought you were on tilt when I saw that. I was like, oh
Wow.
boy, here we go. Almost went for it on 4th down,
Man,
stopped himself, kicked the field goal.
I called timeout and said I always take points. I never do this shit. I just gotta call timeout and kick 3. I wanted to see what he comes out in first. Like if
Right.
it looked good, I was gonna run
Wow.
it. If it looked like Trevor was gonna stop me, I'm gonna say fuck that. I'll take my 3 and just live with what happens next.
I give
Wow.
Dallas a lot of credit there for taking the 3, for not melting down. That's dude. Again, I would have mentally, I'm not strong enough to deal with that. I would have been pissed. Again, we've seen me lose a game like that in the playoffs before, toothless. So I give Max a lot of credit for not for staying tough and not fucking that up. It's very very impressive. Again, huge defensive effort, and the Cowboys run it for 182, which is pretty good. Zeke looked good last night. What do we got about what's up with Zeke? What's the story here? Zeke gets about 28 carries for 149 yards. Just
Holy
feeding him the ball.
Feed his ass. Feed him.
Just
Feed
kept
him.
feeding him.
JJ, dude, Zeke. There were times he was just bouncing off defenders, and I wasn't even armbar. He was just, dude, he was just breaking tackles on his own.
Wow.
He was just breaking tackles on his own. Fuck.
You paying him
I was
that
like,
damn
I
money?
forgot.
He better be breaking tackles on his own.
Yeah, but you have to remember, this was Zeke's first game back since like week 8.
Holy crap! Oh, he's been hurt.
He's been hurt, yeah.
Oh wow, and he's still balling.
I mean, he came back for Moran, but he didn't do a lot. I didn't need to use Zeke like that a lot. Like, I relied on it for like, hopefully he can dash Trevor. Hopefully.
You've been balling with that backup too, though.
I was balling with the backup. I was.
You be balling. I've been watching. I've been like, wait a minute, there's no Zeke, but you still be running the ball everywhere with the backup. And I'm like, okay, and that's why I said in Twitch chat, I said Zeke who? I said Zeke who because you still running up all over the place with the other dude.
With no abilities.
With no abilities, yeah. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. I don't know. You lost maybe 3 or 4 pieces, but those 3 or 4 pieces.
Oh, I lost big piece. I lost to Marcus Lawrence.
Yeah,
Shaquille Griffin.
But
both
dude,
of my
okay,
superstar left tackle and right tackle.
But where are you at right now?
Oh, I'm in the Super Bowl, baby.
Oh, okay. That's all. Okay, thank you.
I'm in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's exactly. So you lost all
JJ, did you read my team channel post?
Yeah, I did, and I put I marked. I'm number 4 on fire. There was 3 fire marks.
Number 4 on fire.
Yeah. I read the whole thing, and I was like, "What?" It was funny you said Omar was crying. He wasn't even playing.
Well, I heard from multiple people, and I even went back this morning and watched a little bit of the game. Bro, anything I did, Omar was just like, luck. What is that? Look at this animation. Look at that animation.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, bro, and then Trevor did something good, which,
wow.
Last night.
What? It's not.
Yes, Trevor. Yes, Trevor. Go, Trevor. Everything I did,
luck, man.
Everything I did was just pure luck.
Omar had he had to get the mop out for himself. It looked like last night. It was.
So you've been looking it up for the past 6 seasons. Is that what you're saying?
I know. I don't know, man. He was doing his thing,
JJ, I'll tell you something. Me and Trevor, as like Madden, our rivalry, like me and him have a ton of respect for each other. We do. I respect Trevor as a Madden player so much, but last night, I mean, I know the score says Trevor just had to kick a field goal and that was that, but I mean, I've never dominated Trevor like that before, ever. Not
Yeah.
statistically. I've never dominated Trevor like that before, statistically.
100 yards to the 299. The Cowboys there is the total yardage output. Turnovers were low for both teams, though. Carolina with the 2, Dallas with the 1. Yeah, Newton has a tough game. Only 53 yards passing for him in the 2 ints and rushing.
Wow.
I think Newton was, 7 for 12, 53 yards, 2 interceptions. That's it.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, 7 for 12, 53 yards, 2 picks, 3 sacks. You know, tough game for him.
At least I know my secondary can still ball out one more good solid year.
Dak goes 8 for 12.
Cam has still got the numbers, man. He still got the numbers, though. He still got.
No, he does. You know, it's funny you said that, JJ, because after the game, I went to Trevor's team, and I'm like, let me go look at Cam's attributes real quick.
Dude.
And I was like, no, he's still got the accuracy up though. Still.
Yes.
Like it's still there.
Yes.
Oh, and he's got great throw power too. Got great throw power.
Right.
He's got 93 throw power.
Yes, and he's a big body. He's a big old quarterback, dude.
Bro, JJ, I'm telling you.
How about the hit stick last night?
Bro, I hit stick Cam Newton, and I just was like, how do you not fumble the ball?
Exactly.
I just don't understand that.
Like a train.
He took a hit last night for sure.
But he's just big, though. I mean, in Matt, he's just big.
Superman,
it's like...
bro. He's Superman. He's Superman. He's Superman. I know Cam's Cam. He's Superman. No, man, dude, JJ. I mean, dude, honestly, I'll tell you, bro, I was on sticks for about an hour and a half before I played, like Trevor, just practicing every run play I got, man.
Well, you have to, because you was on the big show.
Big
you was on the
nickel,
big show.
like,
yeah.
Welcome to the show. We said somebody joining back in. Is this Tommy coming back? Who we got here? Oh boy, we have a treat for you, Max.
Uh-oh.
My man.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. Here we got Verbal himself landing on Dev Nation Live right here, season 35.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There we go.
I about wanted to cry when Dak fumbled, and out of all people, Roquan Smith picks it up with that.
Oh my God! I was like, dude, I better not get any fluky animation where he picks it up and stumbles to the floor. I was like, oh my God, this is where stories are made. This is going to be the storyline, the miracle fumble. This is going to be the win right here. Yeah. Destiny. You know, but unfortunately, mid-season,
hold on, Trevor. I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to say, Max, the only person who was crying more than you on the fumble was Omar, and that makes no sense. But continue on.
Well, Omar might have been crying out of happiness.
Yeah,
it was a happy cry. It was happy tears.
Let's go back to Verbal. He's talking about Verbal was talking about mid-season. Go let him go.
Wait, Trevor. I gotta ask. Did you switch your playbook?
Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say. So
because I saw the tape. Package and was like,
no.
What?
So
I was like, what?
Pretty much. I've been through 6 playbooks all year, and the last 2 seasons I've been using Green Bay. You know, but I kind of got to a place where it just felt stale to me. So Artie keeps on saying, "Oh, Trevor, escape artist." If you guys know me, I'm not a scrambler guy. You know, so although I have Cam Newton, and Omar tells me all the time, like, dude, you need to start using the escape arch. You need to start scrambling, but that's not my style. You know,
right?
You know, like the previous Maddens, I've always had high throw power guys. I like slinging it. You know, so. You know, so what I did was I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to lab up Saints offense because Saints have this QB power and this other Y read option, which is a really good play. I'm going to utilize that. But then when I got into the game, because against Marks, he shut down my play calling in the Saints offense, and I was like, all right.
No RPO in the Saints, which is tough for those RPO players, by the way. So keep going.
Yeah, it sucks as well. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to Green Bay for the game against Marks and, do my coming out in Trey Y and this and flip and do all this shit that I know will.
Which was really good. I mean,
it threw him off because I had a strategy going into the game. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and throw him off because half the game is mental, and that ended up happening. And then against you, I was like, all right, I felt comfortable in green. I go back to this, but I was like, you know what? Against Max, I need to run the ball. I like the running plays in the Saints playbook with the weak close. And and I was like, you know what? Although I feel more comfortable in Packers, Max knows that I save my good stuff for the playoffs. I don't use any of my good stuff during the regular season because people scout and they want to they'll see what you're about to do. I was like, all right, I'm going to go with the QB power. I'm going to do this and that, but I couldn't get anything going. And when you're zoned in, you kind of forget certain things. And by the time
game goes by fast.
Yeah, the game I only had
12 minutes of possession,
passes, and 13 rushes.
I was gonna say, Trevor.
Max had the ball 20 minutes. I had it for 12 minutes. I just couldn't string together any possessions. Before I could even get into what I wanted to do, the game was honestly over. And at that point, and then at the end, I still had a chance, but. I noticed on the year, because I also I'll scout the stats. I'm like, wow, Max's CB has a decent amount of sacks on the year. I got to look out for that. And you lock in, and then at the end, Max himself saved those plays for when he needed it.
For that, I literally saved those exact plays for that exact time.
Exactly. And as soon as he hit me with that, I was like, oh, fuck. Caught me off guard.
Whenever
me and Max play, it's always a chess match. It's rarely ever a blowout. Always a chess match. It's always a game like this. Yes, he did dominate me. Without that fumble, I wouldn't have probably had any touchdowns. But our games are always to the wire like this. But I kind of got into my head and should have stuck to what I needed to do. But I wanted to come out with something different, and he was prepared for it. Zeke is a beast. He had 10 fucking broken tackles, and there was one key one in which he had the animation where he fell forward. He should have been
through three guys
behind the line.
Hey, Trevor, they gave me another bullshit animation, like the fake punt on that fourth down.
Yeah. Oh my god. Every playoff, that was bullshit.
That was tough. That was a tough break.
I had 2 text messages come into my phone you're a ballsy motherfucker. You didn't even deserve that. Straight up. I know I didn't.
And that was from family.
I got stuffed in the back. That was from family. It was. I got stuffed. I'm like, yo, Trevor's got to be thinking first the fake punt and now this bullshit. And on top of it, that drive was a 16-play drive that turned into a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Trevor, I ain't even gonna lie, Trevor. I was scared at the end of the game. I'm like, this guy's not even gonna let me get my 12 passes in.
I didn't even notice it until he was taking so long to call a play. I was like, oh, he must not be at his 12. But then I was like, all right, I'm gonna come out into instead of a running run stopping formation, I'm gonna come out in a pass formation because he's probably gonna pass. And there was that little chess match between us where you faked the run, and then I came down and you threw it to end the game.
God, dude, Trevor, man, I'm not gonna.
I was like, I'm about to lurk this. And I was like, oh, I'm going for the sack, and I was like, and as soon as I committed, you threw it right over my head. I'm like,
oh no.
It was nerve-wracking, Trevor, because what I wanted to do was I just wanted to scramble 3 times and throw it out of bounds, but. If I kick a field goal, you're only down by 6.
Yeah, still have a chance. Yeah,
you can hit me with the money play, and the game's over for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I gotta get a first on you and secure. Didn't you have a timeout or 2 still on top of it?
I think you had a couple.
I had maybe 1 or 2.
I was in a shitty spot. I had to get a first down.
And I also had 2 passes that could have been a touchdown. I had one in which he pressed my guy on the right, and I threw it, and Cam overthrew it, and then one right before half.
In the seam. Oh my God, I thought that was a touchdown.
And I don't know, like, I guess the play before I scrambled with Cam and he went out of bounds, and I guess he got hurt. I didn't even see a banner saying there was an injury, but
I didn't
all of a sudden,
I didn't know your backup was in.
I came out and I see this white guy at quarterback, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he threw it, but
he threw it down, bro.
He threw it to 99 catching DJ Moore, who dropped it.
Did you possession catch that?
Yeah, I possession catched it.
Did you possession catch?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I just didn't get that animation.
I ain't gonna lie, Trevor. I spammed the fuck out of X and just hoping to God that something would happen.
Yeah, because it looked like your left of screen CB dumbed out. Like he shouldn't have been that open. I seen it and I was like, holy shit! I threw it. I was like, oh, perfect. And then he dropped. I was like, you got it. In the biggest game of the year, you're gonna drop that.
Yeah, usually they get that animation at 2 feet.
You know, because normally I'll just play it safe and just say, all right, just take the points. You know, like just don't get out of field. Don't take a sack. Just take your 3. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the biggest game of the year. You know, and he was open. I was like, holy shit, there's a chance. And you know, like I'm like, Cam is out. If Cam throws that, it might have been a catch. You know, maybe it's a throw power thing that affected that. You know, but it was like, oh man. That was huge.
And then the one on the right side, the one that you lobbed up with Cam.
Yeah.
The only thing I said to myself was, I mean, thank God Byron Jones was there. But like when you turned in the receiver and we went user to user, like your guy got like 2 steps ahead of my corner. And I was like, oh my God, this can be really bad for me.
Yeah. And neither worked out. So it's like, oh man. Oh, man. But I looked at the end of the game, I was like, holy fuck, like 12 passes, 13 rushes. Like, on one hand, it's like, how do you win a game like that? But that's just a testament to the defense. Is like, I just couldn't string drives together. You know, that's just how it goes. Having the ball for only 12 minutes to 20, you know, honestly,
you never can get in a rhythm having the
ball, like,
not having the ball enough.
Exactly. No. You know? Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, although Zeke had 180 yards, like he never broke off like a big run.
Only 149 for Zeke, so you didn't.
You know, he didn't kill me. Like I can live with Zeke doing whatever he did.
Your defense is fast. Every time I was like, oh, Zeke's about to break out. Boom. Bro, Trevor, there was a couple power plays that I ran that the blocking was perfect, but your fucking backside backer would just come and swipe my legs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, like, please. Like, please.
Moore had only 13 carries in this game. And the next rusher for Carolina came with 3. So that's the
thing that I hate about this game, like Moorhead. He's the superstar with the abilities, but my better running back is the other guy. The other guy, he's faster, he's shiftier for some reason. Like I always break big runs with him, but it's like I gotta start Moorhead because he's
got the jukebox.
You know, but for some reason he always. Every time.
Well, maybe defenses get tired though when he comes in or whatever.
Yeah, that playoff game where we both ran for 200 plus, it was with him, and that's when he was like a 69 overall at the time. You know, the only thing that matters is speed and agility and excel. You know, to be honest, for running backs for certain positions. You know, so I don't know. Bottom line, it was a good game. You know, like Max deserves it. You know, I thought that this would have been my year, but you know, I shit the bed. You know, it happens. It happens to the best of them.
Doo-doo happens.
I'm surprised you ran the Saints playbook, Trevor.
Yeah, I should have stuck to.
You always do that to yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You do that to yourself a lot.
Yeah. Well. But you know what? I was saying to myself, this is the last year. Marty keeps on bringing up this escape artist thing, which I honestly realize. as much as I should. I'll usually utilize it like maybe once or twice a game, but I don't utilize it as much. But I was like, you know what? In a big game, let me utilize stuff like this QB blast and so on, and actually, but I'm used to playing the way that I play, and I just didn't do it. I didn't do it, and then with you shutting down the run, shutting down Moorhead, you know, I just never got to it.
No, but Trevor, see, like, I don't want to say I shut down your run, because at the end of the day, like, you had, what, 12, 13 carries for, like, what, 50, 60 yards? Like, you just didn't have the
yards
ball
per
enough.
carry wasn't good, but, I mean...
You didn't have the ball enough, though.
Yeah, just simply didn't have the ball enough. I mean, the first, in that first, so, you know, we're all creatures of habit. I threw a bad pick that first play because... you know, I'm usually in the lab. I'm usually in the lab, like practicing all of this stuff. And
on the field,
usually I'll flip the play and I'll run it this way. But I didn't flip the play, so I did the read that I would usually do, but it was to someone running a post rather than the dig route. And it just went right to your safety.
You
So like,
literally threw it to my safety.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, the wrong fucking button. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me here. So, but it was early. I mean, you can make up grounds on the first possession if you throw.
Especially when you hold me to a field goal the first drive after the interception. That's like a win for you almost.
Yeah, you know, so no, I mean, besides that, I think I don't think I made another mistake besides that, you know. But,
the interception at the end, that's just
whatever, you know.
That's whatever. You're trying to get down the field and make it get it where it's got to be.
Yeah, you know, so
you know what I am surprised about, Trevor? I wanted to ask you this. I didn't message you this, but I wanted to ask you this. I'm surprised you didn't take advantage on throwing more out routes against last night.
You know what? I was saying in our committee chat, it was like, I went into the game with a game plan. I know Max loves cover 3. I know exactly what I'm gonna be up against. I know out routes is gonna kill it. I know I have my cover 3 beaters, which I know is probably not gonna work against you. I know you know to look out for the cover 3 beaters and stuff. But yeah, I definitely did not, just because what happened is I looked at both of your corners who have the stars, and I'm like, man, like, I can throw this out route, but they could break on the ball so quickly. And there was a couple of times where I came out to throw it, but the slot CB drift to the left or the right, and it's like, all right, this isn't worth the risk of throwing this ball right now. You know, I got to look elsewhere. You know, like I said, everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth, and I definitely got punched in the mouth.
No, but when you were running your out route, you ran a couple out routes on me, and they were just, I was just like, oh man, dude, Trevor might start making this more of like, well, if you're gonna keep giving this to me, Max, I'm gonna keep abusing it on you. And I'm just surprised that you didn't. Because I didn't run the whole
you know, I'm not that type of player, man. Like
No, not at all. We were in a do or die game. I thought what's working against me, you might like, well, if this is all you're gonna give me, Max, then this is what I'm gonna take. I'm surprised you didn't throw out routes. Maybe not abuse it, but like, I'm surprised you didn't throw more than like maybe the 2 or 3 that you did.
I don't know what it is. PG deserved it after, you know, stripping the team and all that. You know, no one could really give you shit. You know, you deserve this.
Oh, it's not over yet. I'm trying to win the Super Bowl.
Can we do Chiefs Dolphins here?
We could do Chiefs Dolphins, yeah.
All right, I got to get back to work. Later.
All right, Trevor.
Out. He's gone.
Hey, Marty, he's literally one of my favorite guys to fucking play against in the playoffs. For me, I mean, he beat me last season though. Yeah, but he beat me last season.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like my chess match game. Like, look, I'm not Al. I don't have Trevor figured out the way Al does or whatever. Like, when I play Trevor, I know I'm in for a fucking 1-possession game with him. Like, I know I'm in for a game. Like, I can't make mistakes. He can't make mistakes. Like, I love my games versus Trevor. He's one of my favorite people to play in this entire league.
It's a close game there again. You played a really good game. That's all you can really say.
I mean, scoreboard says it was close, but overall statistically, I felt like I dominated the game. I did. I do feel like I did.
Yeah.
KC Dolphins. I don't know where to want to begin. Alvin's got a stout team. Jake's finally built Miami where it needs to be, and in the beginning of the cycle when Jake was, had a shitty Miami team, Alvin owned it, but. Isn't Jake 3-0 and 4 against him in the last meeting? Alvin hasn't won.
The Dolphins beat the Chiefs this season 30-29.
And beat them in the divisional round last season. And beat them in the regular season last season.
Beat the Chiefs last year 28-25. And they beat them in the last game of the season. So the Chiefs have lost their last 3 to the Dolphins. Again, the Miami got the monkey off their back last playoffs.
And didn't even have Johnny Reed with human joystick.
Didn't have Johnny Reed and human joysticks. It sounds like this is the Dolphins' game to lose. Yeah. It sounds like, how would you pick the Chiefs to win this game right now? It's a tough pick because the Dolphins have won. They've won 3 in a row. They beat them, a few times already. They didn't have Johnny Reed with human joysticks. We saw how the Dolphins looked versus me. Not trying to jerk myself off, but played pretty well on both sides of the ball this year. And now I didn't get the game flow did not go my way, but I think the Chiefs are going to need something. They're going to need something goofy to happen. They're going to need to get a couple of bounces their way to stay in this game.
I think one thing, as good as Jake is now, as good as his team is now, one thing Alvin does have, quarterback with basically every attribute that's just 99 in everything. Right. He's got a receiver that's 99 and
yep.
He basically has another receiver that's 99 in everything. Alvin also has a very good, very, very his 2D linemen, Chris Jones and Gary, fucking freaks. Van Der Esch, 99 over, 95 zone coverage, secure tackler, pick art. Reinforcement X factor. Alvin's got players, studs, X factor, superstars all over his teams.
Team is totally loaded. I concur.
Totally loaded.
Totally loaded. If there's anybody who's gonna beat the Dolphins, I'm bringing a good defense. I have a good passing scheme, but that's it. I don't got any glitches on wide receivers. I don't got any glitches on running back. I don't have any glitches on defense. You're just getting a solid Jets team. I got to where I got, not enough. At least Alvin has total fucking firepower. He has, if you make a mistake versus Alvin and a guy gets out of position, he can go 90. Again, he can sling a bomb. He can catch, throw a slant. If you slip up versus Alvin and let a crack open, he can definitely score on you. So he does have that going for him. But for how tight the Dolphins played versus me, how good that team looked juiced up on morale, I don't know if they're going to be giving up any of those plays. I don't know if you're going to see any mistakes on defense, that is, I think it's going to be a tough game, man. Johnny Reed, I think Johnny Reed is going to run the ball, and I think he's going to run it for a ton of yards. I really do.
Wait, what did you just say? Say it again?
I think Johnny Reed is going to run the ball, and I think he's going to run it for a lot of yards, man. I think if Casey misses a gap, misses a hole, goes for a hit stick, and they will miss the hit stick because Reed ain't going to get hit stick. He's too fast. And that it could lead to huge gains, dude. Could lead to huge gains.
One thing Alvin can't do is whiff on hit sticks and try to whiff stripping.
Oh, if
He's
you go to
gotta make
strip
all-
the ball, no. If you see Alvin out there pressing LB, turn the game off, dude. Just turn it off. It's just gonna. Johnny Reed will blow more. He will just blow by. He's got like really good carry too. The guy's not like some fluke in the pan. It's gonna be tough. Jake about once a game, he'll throw a ball here and there, and Casey will throw a little man D at you, and Jake doesn't really do good for his man out of the passing game. With Johnny Reed though out of the backfield, if he catches a ball, makes a guy whiff, now he's off and running. Jake's gonna throw like 1 or 2 balls into coverage. Casey's gotta they gotta come up with big interceptions. They gotta get a couple turnovers on these plays. They can't get pass interference. They can't have it be a teabag. They can't miss the opportunity to get those picks. And if they don't, they have no chance to win this game. Like the Chiefs are gonna have to get a couple big plays on offense that are they're gonna kind of catch somebody with their pants down, or catch Jake switching his player into a lineman and get Hill over the top, or they're gonna have to get a pick. Like the Chiefs are gonna have to get some shit go their way, man. That's my opinion, man. Not saying they can't win, but I think I got Miami. I definitely have Miami winning this game.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So your prediction about winning?
I have Miami winning. The Chiefs are an underdog with their squad. Going to be disappointing if the Chiefs can't get to the Super Bowl one more time and give it another run with this squad. The team is so good.
That was my next question after we called the last conference. I wanted to ask. So, what does this mean for Alvin if he can't get a Super Bowl this season?
I mean, to play both sides of the fence. The Chiefs, they hulked up.
Yeah. Play both. Give me the defense side for him, and then give me the come on, man.
I'm gonna try to cover it. I'm gonna try to cover it in one answer. It's like, on one hand, it's really disappointing. It's really disappointing that if you have some of these offensive players that you can't go win a Super Bowl. It's just tough.
Hold on. Not just offensive players. Go look at his defensive players. Alvin has the most 99 overall players I've ever.
Bugsy says doesn't mean anything. He still ran the AFC all cycle, and so that's I'm gonna mix in an answer like.
Hold on. Wait. What happened?
Bugsy says doesn't mean anything. He says that like even if Alvin doesn't win anything, it's not a big deal. And I'm gonna kind of.
All right. Can I ask you something? Then can I ask you something, Marty?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Did you remember Alvin a couple days ago in All Day Madden? He said something along the lines like, "I'm still king of the AFC."
Yep.
Did you remember that or no?
Yeah. Yep.
So I didn't want to get in. I didn't want to fire shots at the time. I was prepping for my own playoff.
Yep.
But I'm the king of the NFC. I got four titles under my belt right now.
Yep.
Alvin hasn't won the AFC since season 2. How are you still the king of the AFC? What am I missing here? You haven't won a conference title game since season 2. We're in season 6 now.
That's a good point.
So I'm just saying, yeah. How are you king of the AFC? You let Toothless win one. You've let Cram win one. And if Jake wins this one, you only won your conference twice. That's it, and you lost 2 Super Bowls. Other than that, you were just a good regular season player. That's it.
Yeah, it's like kind of like, we had the 2 best teams get picked, Chiefs, Cowboys, right? You and Alvin, you guys were 1 and 2. You got 4 Super Bowls. Alvin's got 0. I think that's kind of what probably where you're going with the argument, right?
No, not at all. Not even. Has nothing even do with the nothing even do with the Super Bowls, Marty. I'm still winning my conference to get to the Super Bowl. Alvin hasn't won a conference since season 2. So how are you king of the AFC is what I'm asking. You haven't represented the AFC since season 2. Other teams are representing the AFC.
He has, I mean, like I say, you've got a good point. He's not the king of the AFC right now. I mean, basically, Cram got knocked off. Now it's kind of up for grabs. There's no king right now. We're about to find out who is the king.
That's what I'm saying. This game to me, this really solidifies Alvin. Like, yeah, you really are the king of the AFC this year. Like, this game really will solidify.
It's a big game for both guys. Jake's kind of his, it's definitely not his last chance, and he's got one more season to go. But
everyone's got a whole nother season to go.
Yeah,
but this is our last season with abilities.
Yeah, but this is the last season again, and both teams have abilities that are huge difference makers on their squad. So this is going to be a big chance for both teams to do their thing. I mean, you got to give Alvin credit for playing and winning like he has won. Hasn't got the big chip. I mean, if he doesn't get one, disappointing. I mean, that's all you.
Oh no, yeah. If Alvin doesn't get a Super Bowl, like, you just sit back and, man, Alvin, it was disappointing you didn't at least get one, just one.
Yep. I mean, he balled out. He tried. I mean, you got to you take your hat off. He got to 2. Just kind of stinks.
He got to 2, but what did Rev tell me? Season 1 and 2 are the worst to win.
Yeah, I don't know if I really believe in any of that. I mean, that's when you're kind of.
No. I don't agree with it either. I'm just rephrasing something that was said to me after I said that I'm so happy I won season 1 because I've never won season 1 before. Rev says, like, that's season to win. It's like when everyone is learning the game, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's learning the game, so it's hard. You obviously have to learn the game, but it's tough to win season 1 when you don't have an unbelievable team sometimes too. Like, if you don't have a ridiculous team, it's hard to win season 1. When you're not the best team in the game, that's tough to do.
How about when you have the best team in the game for 6 seasons and right. I mean, the 6 season. See, I mean, season 6 isn't over yet. Alvin still has to play Jake, and Alvin can beat Jake because Alvin has the team to do it.
He does.
Jake just got a whole different Miami team that he's never had before. This is a new Miami team we've never seen from Jake. I mean, Marty, we like you said, when you were going to play Jake in the divisional round, yep. I told you you're playing Jake with blinders. You've never played Johnny Reed with human joystick. It's a brand new running back now.
Threw everything I got in the tank, man. I threw it at him, but I'm saying, like, if I had to, it's what are you gonna do? Gave it all the gas I had. Not enough. Guy's a freak, fastest kid alive. I mean, he is. If Alvin can come up with a way to stop Johnny Reed.
So, what does Alvin need to do, Marty, to win the game?
He needs to
somehow work it. He needs to somehow be able to, right?
He needs to come up, in my opinion, with some big plays, man. He's gonna have to get interceptions on Jake. He needs to when Jake goes to throw the ball, which is only gonna be about 12 times. He's gonna have to.
I would expect Jake to play a very similar game to how I just played versus Trevor. I'm gonna get you're gonna run heavy, and you're gonna maybe get your 12 passes in. But dude, Jake's sometimes weird, man. That guy gets fling happy sometimes, and next thing you know, he's throwing dots left and right, and it's like, what the hell happened?
Leo says that Mac has to have a big game, and he definitely does.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Here's what Alvin can't do too. Alvin can't go down the field and just
shank a field goal.
He can't shank a field goal, but he also can't go for it on 4th down from like the 30 or 40 yard line. Alvin can't play like a tier.
Alvin's got to play championship football. You got to fucking punt the ball and put your defense on the field.
Yes, he's gonna have to
You cannot give Jake the ball. You cannot turn over the ball on 4 downs and give Jake the ball at mid. You cannot do that.
Jake played a good game versus me. It was 10-10 at like halftime or 10-10 in the 3rd quarter. Alvin can't just be trying to score a touchdown on every play, on every 4th down. He's got to take field goals. He's got to punt it. He's got to move the football. He's got to come up with a couple interceptions, and he's going to have to do something a little bit different, man. He's going to have to hit Hill on a bomb or something like that, and I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's going to have to break the game. He's going to have to use Mahomes the right way. He's going to have to scramble up in between the tackles and run to the sideline and then throw it versus trying to, like when Alvin runs up the middle with when people contain Alvin, he usually either A, gets sacked, or B, tries to run with Mahomes. Now, if Jake spies him, when Alvin tries to run up in between the guards and stuff, he needs to go up in between the guards and then go to the sideline to get his passes. He can't be running with Mahomes the entire game, as I think Jake will eventually, tackle
Break
him.
his ribs.
I'm not saying break ribs, but the way that Alvin runs Mahomes sometimes, he's going to tire him out. He ain't going to be able to. You can't sustain a whole drive with Mahomes running 17-yard carries. A few here and there, but he's got to keep Jake honest, man.
I agree. I agree with Sean. If Alvin wants to be in this game, chance, he's got to get Marlon Mack. He's got to make sure that guy gets his touches and gets the ball going. And here's my take too. Regardless what his stats are, you got to feed him the ball, make him part of your offense again.
Now Mack isn't as fast as Johnny Reed, but I think that he needs to. And Galvin has won the one game versus Jake running the ball. So if Alvin runs the ball, goes run heavy, he needs to catch Jake as like a safety running into when he's frustrated and he can't stop Mack. And that's when he has to hit Jake with a play action bomb. He's got to hit Alvin or Jake on a bomb when he least expected. He does. He's got to, like I say, I don't know if Alvin's can play a check down game throwing the ball, but he's gonna, if he can hit a slant and out, a drag or whatever with Hill and get these guys moving in space and just keep the ball moving, like he'll be okay. But
You got to have look, like Trevor said when he got on. Like, I came in the game versus him. I had a game. Like, you got to have it. When you're going to play somebody like Jake, you just can't go in there and just free ball it, man. You got to have a game plan. And you got to stick to the game plan. And you got to be very, you just got to play very smart.
Very, like I said, man, you can't. If Alvin gets to the 17-yard line and it's like 4th and 3 and he goes for it and doesn't get it, that's not gonna be good, dude.
No, and you gotta Jake with Johnny Reed now, sky's the limit for him.
Yeah,
sky's the limit for him now. Again, I'll keep saying it, Marty, over and over again. We have not seen an elite rusher with human joystick all cycle. We just haven't. Jake's the first one to get it.
We only have one game to watch, and he was 100 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns running and 6 catches for 100 yards versus probably the best D in the league. So.
Yeah, but that was weird though, Marty. Jake gave you a game plan that he normally doesn't against. You're used to him blocking the running back, not throwing to the running back.
No, I know, but listen, I also have one of the lowest points per game in this league because I make adjustments instantaneously. And when Jake started putting him on routes, I tried to cover him, and I couldn't. So he was too fast for linebackers and safeties. I want to see what Jake can do. Giving this guy 20, 25 carries. I want to see what Johnny Reed looked like. I want to see Jake. But Jake might also have a different game. Let's say this too. Jake, when Johnny Reed got the ball a few times, he would put in Walton and just run Walton and get Reed off the field for a play. Then he'd come right back. Like, he never over abused him to like a stamina standpoint. He did keep Reed, like he fed him the football the whole fucking game for sure, which was obviously frustrating, but he did give carries to his other halfbacks or throw a quick little pass or an incomplete, or whatever. He did keep Reed out of that injury-free zone. He didn't get him into the red and shit because He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get him injured.
Jake did the right thing. Even taking him out in the fourth against you was the right thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, don't forget, Jake was 100%. He had 100% passer completion again.
Yeah, I remember. We were there.
We were there.
Yeah. Again,
you were definitely there. Hey, I'll never forget though. I was watching the game, and in the second quarter, I keep hearing AJ in the background. Yo, Marty, sure you don't want to just go and get glass whiskey, or whatever? What did he keep saying to you?
Go chug it. Yeah, chug something.
Go chug something.
Yeah. Next playoffs, I'll get really banged up and just be hammered for him. Just have a good time.
We're talking about like season 7, right?
Yeah, if I get in the playoffs, I'll get blacked out and just wild out on somebody. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna black out every game next season. or I might just be retiring after this season.
he hung it up. He's hanging it up.
Y'all think I'm joking, man? You better not let me win the Super Bowl.
There is rumor on the street we have it's a Michael Jordan effect where Max, if he wins the Super Bowl, he might think that he's just too worn out from winning. It's been too much stress. He might have to hang up the boots for a little bit, take some time off, and go play minor league baseball. He was thinking about maybe taking up a.
I heard. I gotta work on my MLB The Show skills.
He may be moving over to a Rocket League. To be taking it very seriously. He might be trying some minor league Rocket League to just get a break here. And maybe in a few seasons we'll see Max back. But there is retirement rumor that is circulating in the DevNet undergrounds of a Big Apple retirement if he wins the Super Bowl here versus either Alvin or Max. We'll see what happens. So obviously stay tuned. Well, then it's 1:15. I think we're pretty good here.
Have anyone spoken to Alvin yet? Do we know if his internet is going to be good to go tonight? Like, do we have any information on that yet?
I wrote to him today, fix that internet, and I've heard nothing from him. So we'll.
Must be scared.
No one wants to play Johnny Reed. I don't disagree.
I was about to say, hey, if I have to play Johnny Reed, I'm scared too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can't play till Tuesday, man. Can't run. You can't hide. Listen, we're gonna hop off here. It's game over, Max. I can always buzz you later, whatever. Or I don't know what you're doing the rest of the day, but I'm chilling. I'm chilling here. Chilling.
Dude. I'm honestly waiting for this game. I want to see. I want to see who my opponent is.
Word, 100%. All right, fuckers. Listen, let me shut this down.
Have to give Jake the family beatdown.
Yeah, listen, we've done it before, so might as well run it back again.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Jake hasn't forgotten about that, so I'm sure he's going to be out for blood if he plays me.
Listen, I know he wasn't allowed to come to family dinner for about a few weeks there after he lost last Super Bowl. I remember.
I wasn't come to family dinners because I won the Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Bugsy and Jake said you're not welcome. You got to give us at least 30-day grace period to process this.
Yeah, to make it so we can deal with you. All right, fuckers.
Jake's like, hey, Marty. Jake's like, man, you even called mom and told mom you. I'm like, goddamn right I did.
Yeah, he called mom and said, I won the Super Bowl. I'm going to Disneyland. She's like, what?
I'll tell you what she said. She's like, oh, Jake's mad at you.
Oh no. Oh no, said Mama.
Nah, we have fun. I'll tell you what though, if I play Jake, man, I'm gonna be chilling with him tomorrow before we play.
We'll get that preview going too. It's gonna be if you guys are playing, it's gonna be a great Super Bowl regardless. But if it is a Trifles Bowl, that'll be extra.
I mean, look, I told Jake, I was talking to him earlier today. If I got matched up versus Jake, two things are gonna happen, Marty. I'm either gonna it's gonna be a fucking great game, or Jake's gonna just fucking blow me out with Johnny Reed. I don't see it besides those. Like, I'm not gonna blow Jake out. I'm either gonna be a great game and it's gonna be close, or Jake just might blow me out. Human joystick might be too much for me.
Yeah, you can come sit in the graveyard with me. Just fucking face down. It's over.
I mean, I'll make sure to bring my championship trophies with me.
Fair enough.
All right, Marty. Talk later.
I'll hit you, Max. DevNet, we're out here to SpongeBob. It's my wife calling. She's filing for divorce. It's over here. Season 35 conference title game still to go here. Chiefs and Dolphins. Stay tuned. Dr. Ice Punch it out. Welcome to the show.